part has already weighed in on Congress and its options going forward, particularly on the debt ceiling. We technically breached that back in July, but they can find a way to pay Peter to take money from Paul, as it were, saying that she has several options to address the debt ceiling in the next few weeks. In case you're counting, our debt is pushed up against the limit of about $28.4 trillion, give or take a couple of $100 billion, but who's counting? But Doug is counting. Douglas Holtz-Eakin joins us right now, the former Congressional Budget Office Director. Doug, she is saying that there are a number of options to deal with this. In the past, under different administrations, we've noticed they, can kind of handle it as a family would handle their high priority expenses that just have to be paid, like the rent or mortgage, and maybe let, a couple of other credit card bills slide. The government does that on steroids, obviously, and can prioritize. How long do you think that kind of game can be played, though?
Oh, I don't think you can play that game very long. I mean, we began using, quote, extraordinary measures in July. That amounts to raiding government pension funds for the bonds that are in them. And that can probably continue into October some period. But really, the end of the month is the time to get this done. Historically, it's always gotten done. We've never had the U.S. Really come close to a default, and there's no reason to. This is something that Democrats have the votes to do in the House and the Senate if need be, and they should just get this done.
So what if Republicans just stand back and say, all right, we'll see the Democrats handle this and let them implode? I mean, they wouldn't do that, would they?
Right now, this is a game of chicken, right? I mean, Republicans have said they will not provide a vote. That means that Democrats would have to do it in reconciliation. Democrats didn't do it in reconciliation, so they're counting on getting 10 Republicans in the Senate. And, it has to get done, and I am confident that it will get done, but I can't tell you how and when.
The fact that Nancy Pelosi is potentially attaching this $3.5 trillion reconciliation bill and lumping it all together with this, I'm vastly simplifying it. That's wacky, isn't it? I mean, one thing at a time. And then if you want to pursue this down the road, by all means, have at it, debate it, but not mix it in with this.
Well, there are really four things that need to get done, and in priority, they would be to address the debt limit, fund the government. Right. Both of those are things that have to happen before the end of the month. Pass the Senate-passed infrastructure bill that everyone agrees is a good idea and is almost home, so get it done. And then I would put the reconciliation bill last and take as long as it takes to do the things that make some sense. And to jam that at the front of the agenda is to get in the way of the other three priorities and lead to the potential for a big mistake.
You know what I always worry about, and this has happened, as you say, Doug, going way back to Republican administrations, Democratic administrations, Republican Congresses, Democratic Congresses, that they all don't think the unthinkable happens. Yet, with just one false move, it easily could. So I'd like to, if you don't mind, talk about a default. I know it's not pretty. Hopefully, it's not even remotely likely. But stupid people could do stupid things. If it happens, the technical definition of a default is the U.S. government not making good on a payment, let's say a Treasury or a note payment, right? And then it cascades from there.
So it cascades in a phenomenally terrifying way, Neil. So U.S. Treasuries are viewed as absolutely safe, and for that reason are the foundation of the global financial system. Treasuries are used in basically every trade, every government transaction around the globe. And if we were to default, we would cast that secure Treasury reputation into doubt, and people wouldn't use them, and the interest rates would go up, and commerce would grind to a halt. This is a recipe for a global financial panic, something you shouldn't mess with, you shouldn't get cute with, and you shouldn't let politics take a priority over getting it done. And it's on my list of things I worry about and then just pray I never really have to worry about.
Yeah, but some things that you never expect happen because people expect they'll never happen. And that's what happens, right? I don't know if that made sense, but I think that's what I'm saying. Douglas, always good seeing you, my friend. Thank you very, very much. Douglas Holtz-Eakin, also the American Action Forum president, knows the numbers quite well, too well, scarily well. That's what we got to watch out for, right?